Yeah, I had massive concerns actually, and I had massive reservations. I think my husband Josh was a lot more open, and I wasn't at all. I was closed, but I was closed to everything, not just this program. I was closed to everything, and I was at a point in my life where things felt quite hopeless. So the thought of giving something else a go, especially something that cost money, because I was just in such a negative mindset, yeah, it really wasn't something that I'd considered. Yeah, so I had major concerns. I had concerns about the money. I had concerns that nothing would change, and then I would have tried something again and it just would have been another failure. So I didn't want to go through that. But there weren't too many options. No one was giving me any better options. So and something clearly had to change. Yeah, so I felt like Josh, my husband, I felt like we had been struggling for a few years actually, but it was kind of a slow progression to the point that we got to pretty much exactly a year ago. And Josh had been made redundant for the third time, I think in a year. And I was at home with the kids and we just moved, an hour away from our family and from our support network. And we had literally no income. And because of the financial stress, because Josh was made redundant a few days before Christmas. So because of the financial stress, that permeated every aspect of our lives. So it was affecting our relationship, it was affecting our parenting, it was affecting how we thought of ourselves. Well, now I know that how we thought of ourselves was what was affecting everything else, but I didn't realize that at the time. So yeah, there wasn't one part of our lives or my life that I felt was going well. None. So I felt very negatively about myself. Our marriage was not in a good place. I had pretty much decided, and this is being very, very open, but I decided we were going on a family camp just after New Year's Eve with our children's school friends and their parents. And I remember while we were packing for that, I just said to Josh, I can't do this anymore. I don't know what that means and what that looks like, but I can't do this marriage. I can't do where we're at. I can't do my life. And I'd pretty much given up on everything. So I was in a really helpless place a year ago. I wanted to, this sounds really broad, but I felt very stuck. I felt like there was no way out and I felt sort of suffocated, and I wanted to feel free. I wanted to feel like I could achieve something. I wanted to have self-belief. I wanted to love my life. I wanted to love my relationship. I wanted to love how I was parenting. I wanted to love my work, and I wanted to make some money as well without sacrificing everything else. So I thought that those were completely impossible things to get out of a program. I thought they were unattainable for me in general, but if I had to pick some things to get out of it, that's what I wanted. My complete lack of self-belief, and the expectation that no matter what I did, it wouldn't be enough. Yeah, but it really was, a complete lack of self-belief and a belief that life happens to you rather than you can create the life that you want. Complete and dramatic change. I think did we start the program back in Feb or was it Jan?
We started on New Year's Day.
I started on New Year's Day. Okay, so we started on New Year's Day, and in the beginning, when we were doing the first lesson, I think what changed immediately for me it wasn't my finances immediately, but what changed immediately for me was the recognition that I could create the life that I wanted. It was the recognition that I was in control and that I had everything inside of me that could make my life the way that I wanted it to be. And that was an immediate shift. As the program went on and you delve deeper and uncover other things and learn new things, and it's like a veil is lifted. And then I happened to, I think in the beginning when I first did the program, I was trying really hard to get results instead of just letting them happen. I was pursuing something instead of just letting it be and letting it come to me. And as soon as I did that, as soon as I just sort of let things come to me, and that'll sound a bit vague if you haven't done the program, but anyway, as soon as I let things happen, all of a sudden my life changed dramatically in terms of financial stuff. So I kind of fell into my job in real estate. About 15 years ago, I completed my agent's rep, but I was doing my master's at the time and then went into another field entirely. But because of our financial situation, we were looking at selling a house. So we got a couple of real estate agents to come in, and I happened to really like them. And I thought to myself, oh, I'd love to do real estate. I remember I did my agent's rep. So I asked them what their hiring process was. 3 days later, I was in an interview and then I got the position. And because of the program, I believed I could do really well. And so I started when did I start? In June, actually, after Queen's birthday weekend. And last month, so in our company, in our sort of group, so there's 5 offices, there's about 38, I think, sales staff. Last month, and this was with no previous experience, it was just the program that I did consistently every morning. Last month I was 5th in terms of sales results out of all of those people, some who'd been there for years. And that was November. And in December, I'm number 1. So, and that was massive. And I said to Josh and a couple of my friends, when I finished work to go on holidays, and I've been talking for long, but I'll stop in a sec. But when I was finished work to go on my holidays, I was driving in the car and it kind of felt surreal. And I got a bit emotional, and I just said to a friend that I was talking to at the time, I reflected on our past year and where we were a year ago. And I just said to my friend, I'm really proud of myself. Like, I'm really proud of myself. And I just was so proud of Josh for what he had achieved and what we had achieved together. And so that's where we are now. And the other important thing was, because we've got 3 young kids, I really wanted work-life balance, because fantastic being able to make money, but if you've got no work-life balance, then you're still out of kilter. And I'd been visualizing this work-life balance and all sorts of stuff, and my manager called me the Thursday before I finished for the year. And he said, you know what, I've been speaking to the director, and we really think that if we want mums to come on board, because you've had a lot of success, we need to try and work out family-friendly hours, and we might help you subsidise childcare, and you can have as many holidays as you want. If you need to take every school holidays off, you can, and if you need to work less hours, we'll just work it out. And I thought, okay, I had no idea how it would happen. I didn't think it was possible. But so now we're having those negotiations as well. Because like I just said, I'm really proud of myself. I have a lot of self-belief now, and I know that I can decide what I want my life to look like. And even if something doesn't go the way that I want it to, I have the control to create what I want. And that, no matter what happens externally, no matter what is happening outside, that's as freeing as it gets. Like, that's the ultimate freedom. So I feel like I have freedom now, and I feel like I can breathe. Look, I'd say if I can't speak for other people, but I was extremely skeptical. I was very anti it. I was really, really resistant. And it has seriously changed. It's changed my life. It's changed our lives. And I would recommend anyone to do it, to give it a go, because it's just, yeah, it's been totally life-changing. And there's no bigger gift you can give someone than the power of them being able to control and create their own lives and their own futures. If you've got that, you're set. So I'd say definitely give it a go, basically. Thanks, Matt. I want to thank you and Nat, and just